Okay, hi everyone. We're just getting started about 1 minute early here, but this is one of my very best friends, and so we talk a lot. So we thought, I'll just have a conversation with her, and you're on the video while we're waiting for people to get on and get started. So if you don't know me, I'm Arjan Khalsa. I'm a chiropractor in New Mexico, and I have a website called drarjan.com where we put out articles and videos and things that you can do to enlighten your body, mind, and spirit. And these Periscope videos we've been doing, this is our fourth one. We're kind of at the next to last week in my online course that we're doing. It's called Create Your Roadmap to Health and Wellness. And we have a good number of people doing that. And so I really wanted to do these Periscope videos for them. And this week is Move Daily. That's the name of our week this week. So I asked Dr. Japa to come because she is an amazing yoga teacher. She travels all over the United States teaching, and I'm going to let her talk a little bit more about what she does, but she's also a doctor of Oriental medicine. We worked together for a long time, and there are two of us here. People think that we're twins. So
people often confuse us with each other. Hello, everyone. It's great to see you.
We used to work in the same office, and sometimes her patients would come up to me and say, "Oh, that needle you did, it really helped my headache." I'm like, "I think you're talking about Dr. Japa," because
and then I have I can make people's wrists pop a little bit. I have a few finger and toe adjustments, and I think I'm like, wow, I just did an adjustment on you. So I get a little bit of the Arjan glow for my patients.
So she's now mostly focused on she just published a book, which I'm going to show you in just a minute because it's beautiful. I actually just got my copy. She just brought it to me tonight, and it's gorgeous, and I can't wait. I just started looking through it, and I cannot wait to look through it more.
And the title is, I just have to show it off again.
It's gorgeous.
Enlightened Bodies.
And I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about that. We're going to talk for a few minutes, and then we'll get into our really meat and potatoes. But I just wanted you to know a little bit more about her and why she's so awesome, and she's going to just...
And we're going to do some great movements tonight that will help you. They're morning movements, but they'll help you feel so incredible throughout your day. And it's a special kind of yoga called Kundalini yoga that has a lot of hatha postures that are done in unique ways. We always start with the breath with Kundalini yoga. It's like the way to really connect with yourself. And I'll show you some of those postures in a little bit.
Really great. Yeah. So I just want to take a little break. We have a lot of people joining us, and we would love to hear from you. Where you are in the world, we want to shout out and say hi to you, and we love Periscope, and this is Japa's first one. We were just telling her it's so fun because
we can see people as they're jumping on.
Yeah.
Wow. Hello, everyone.
I think Alex joined. Someone says I'm black, so I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're happy to have you wherever you are. We're so grateful to have you. But it's just so fun seeing where people are from and interacting. So if you want to let us know.
And we're here in Arjan's beautiful living room.
Someone's saying, say my name, but I can't actually see what your name is. So if you type your name, we can say your name. Someone from Birmingham, so happy to see you. Welcome, welcome. My husband's putting it closer. I don't have to keep leaning down. So, hi. So as we're waiting for more people to join, I'm going to let Dr. Japa just talk a little bit about her book and what she does. And the reason someone's from California, nice to have you. I'm going to let her talk to you a little bit about her book because it is a lot to do with movement and
the subtle anatomy. Yeah. We look at the way that the anatomy of the body is both very big scale, like your physical body, and also on a microcosm level, like what is the subtle aspect of your anatomy? Why do certain things make you feel better? Why do certain types of health and wellness techniques help you feel better? And a lot of that is through your subtle anatomy, like with Eastern medicine, with Ayurveda or Chinese medicine or yoga. All of these things work because your body has subtle components to it. You have a heart center. When you feel something at your heart, there's something going on there that's happening on a more subtle level than just your physical body. There's all sorts of research that shows that you have like a brain in your gut, that there's an intelligence in your gut that has as much activity as like the neurotransmitters in your brain. So our book kind of examines different ways that you can influence yourself through yoga and through wellness and self-care.
And just spending the first couple minutes looking at this book, it looks like it's going through the immune system and the heart and the lungs, and it gives different foods you can eat to help heal your lungs, or with different things to help kind of subtly build your immune system, and really like simple instructions on what the immune system is and how we can work on that through yoga and through just even thought. And
yes, and that's the immune system is one of the ones that we really look at through the metaphor of community, because community is something that actually has been proven to heal your immune system. And so I just wanted to say hello to everyone, the new people that are coming on, that being part of a community, whether it's an online community or a physical community, it gives you that feeling of connection that helps your immune system function more deeply and more holistically, and helps you to be more stable and healthier in your day-to-day life. So our book does look at each different section of the body, like the immune system, the musculoskeletal system, and we look at the ways that yoga can help it.
Great, thank you so much. And I also just want to take a minute. I get so many comments. Some of you found me through my Golden Milk video or just wherever, and people, those of you who are just here and they're like, you're here because of my turban or in spite of my turban, or you don't care, or you're just like, I love the information, but you know, whatever that thing is on your head. But I just thought, because Japa's here and we're Sikhs, and I just want to talk a little bit, like just for a minute, about the turban, because it might be something a lot of you have questions about. Maybe you don't care.
And both of us grew up as we were not wearing turbans, and then we adopted the practice of wearing a head covering. I love covering my head every day. Sometimes I don't like it, but most of the time I like it because it gives me a craniosacral adjustment. It's like a free chiropractic adjustment that adjusts my scalp and the bones in my head. And it's very subtle, but it's very profound. So that's why I do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more of a yogic almost practice for you, like keeping your head covered and keeping your bones kind of...
It's like a lifestyle practice. Okay. It keeps me focused and alert, and I just love the feeling that it gives me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So if you're just joining us, we have a few more people with us today. We have Dr. Japa here with us. I'm Dr. Arjan Khalsa. We both have the same last name, but we're not related. And Dr. Japa is here with us to share some yogic techniques to help get you going in the morning. I know a lot of people wake up in the morning stiff and sore and
grumpy.
Grumpy.
Yeah. How can we clear that out so you have a wonderful day?
Yeah.
Can we start moving? Are you guys ready to start moving?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to show you, we always love to start with the breath in Kundalini Yoga. We call it pranayam. It's like the part that charges you up and makes you really strong. It's the part of your anatomy that gives you everything that you need to do what you need to do. Yogi Bhajan our teacher used to say that if you are doing these breaths, you will heal your blood so much that you won't even need to take vitamins. That the breath penetrates to the level of the blood and heals it. So this is a breath pattern that we do a lot called breath of fire. And it's very cleansing and detoxifying and gives you a lot of strength. And I'm going to show it to you to do when you wake up in the morning and you're lying in bed feeling grumpy, I don't want to go out of bed. You can do this breath pattern. So the easiest way to think about it is that it's like panting, like a dog. So if you stuck your tongue out and panted like, I hope you can do it with me now. Are you doing it? Are they doing it? Okay, I mean, are people doing it?
I think they're not responding because they are actually doing it. I'm just checking.
Okay, good. So hopefully you're doing it. You're doing breath of fire. So when you exhale, your stomach goes in. When you inhale, your stomach comes out. And it happens automatically if you do this panting. This is called lion's breath, what Dr. Arjan is doing right now. Now, put your tongue in your mouth and continue panting just like that through your nose. That is breath of fire. And we love to do it for long periods of time in Kundalini land because it's very healing. It's very cleansing. You can actually get a little bit lightheaded if you do it for too long. So everyone take a deep breath in. Inhale and relax. And now you know how to do breath of fire. It's a very important part of the next 3 exercises. This is the warm-up series. So
I feel lightheaded already.
You feel a little
in a good way. In a good way.
It gives you what we would describe as a natural buzz, a feeling of lightheadedness and hopefully lightheartedness.
Yeah.
So say you're laying in bed. We'll demonstrate this next posture for you. This is called stretch pose. You're lying in bed, feeling grumpy, you don't want to get up, and now you know breath of fire. You can do this position. It's actually very easy when you're lying in bed to do it. And if you're a beginner, I recommend that you place your hands underneath your buttocks.
I'm still a beginner, even though I've been practicing this for 20 years off and on.
And you raise your feet about 6 inches and you lift your head and you begin breath of fire. And it's actually very easy in your bed, and the mattress somehow makes it easier than it is lying on a flat surface. And if you're a beginner, you can just do one leg at a time if you need to. One leg is better than none, we always say. And do this for about a minute. It brings in the power of your navel point. That's one of our power areas in yoga land. We talk about feeling centered. That means that the area right around our belly button has been activated. All the abdominal muscles have been activated. And now inhale deeply and relax down. And you just relax for a moment. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I like to see my day, see what's coming ahead of me in my mind's eye. So I would rest between these exercises and I would think about what's happening today. What am I going to do? And I would see it in my mind's eye as I'm resting. So this is just, if you're just jumping on, this is our exercises for waking up in the morning. We're just doing 3 quick exercises right now to just get yourself up and out of bed. So now the next part in this series is you bring your knees into your chest. This is called tuck pose. You wrap your arms around them. It feels really good. You lift your head.
Really good on my back.
It feels great for your spine, and begin breath of fire.
Got a stuffy nose, so it's not sounding that good on the video.
It's great. We can really hear it. It's like Puff the Magic Dragon. So again, if you're just coming on, Dr. Arjan is demonstrating the second in a warm-up series for getting out of bed and feeling great in the morning. So you do this with breath of fire, which is like a quick, short, panting breath. You're panting, you're breathing through your nose, and you're pumping your navel point. You're pumping the abdominal muscles. And inhale deeply. And now, as you relax, roll on your spine. Rock and roll. You can roll side to side, and now roll forward and back, up and down on your spine. You're waking up all the meridian points, all the energy pathways in your back and spine when you do that.
Is everyone doing this? I hope
you're doing it with us while you're watching. And you sit up straight, and then you bring your arms up. And you have your thumbs pointing. And in this position, this is called ego eradicator. So you clear the obstacles away from yourself for the day. You start with breath of fire. Do it with us. You can't help but feel good doing this breath.
Even if you're on the subway watching this, you can way easily do this.
This is one of the ones you're doing in your bed when you wake up. You haven't even gotten out of bed yet. This is just the 3-part series to get yourself started and have a great day. This is all you have to do. If you're just jumping on, you can see these 3 exercises. You can rewind and watch later. This is the last in the series, the ego eradicator with breath of fire. So like 1 minute or so, you do this exercise, and then inhale and bring your thumbs up overhead. And stretch your arms up as hard as you can and lift from your spine, the base of your spine, all the way up to the top of your head. Lift, inhale a little bit more. And exhale and sweep your arms down around the sides of your body. And then, if this was morning time and I was just sitting in bed, I would just reflect for a moment, take a quiet moment, and just see your day ahead of you. And give yourself a blessing, like just say thank you self for waking up today, and I bless my body and I bless everybody that I'm going to run into today, and just send out good vibes for people. We're in Santa Fe, northern New Mexico, so we do these kinds of things, right? And then get out of bed and go into the bathroom and brush your teeth, because I'm going to show you this cool exercise to do while you're brushing your teeth.
Okay, so doing this, I'm going to pull a chair out. We're not taking it to my bathroom here.
So you're in your bathroom and you're like still maybe you're feeling a little grumpy. Maybe you've done the 3 exercises, but you're still grumpy. You won't be grumpy after doing this exercise. So start brushing your teeth. And then this is a warrior posture. This is a way to wake up your hips and your thighs. So go in one direction, and I always inhale forward and exhale back. A really strong breath. So you're brushing your teeth and you're doing this warrior posture and you're breathing deeply, and you can look at yourself in the mirror. Just look at yourself and just be like, I'm so incredible. I'm going to have the most incredible day brushing your teeth.
This incredible day. I love it.
It's going to be amazing. And pump yourself up, and then switch direction. Go in the opposite direction. So you're getting your hips and your lower back to warm up. If you're older or more stiff, you can go more slowly. If you're a beginner, if you're a very athletic person, you can go faster. So the point is just to get yourself moving during those routine moments where maybe normally you'd just be brushing your teeth, feeling annoyed. Now you're, getting ready for the day with power and vigor, right? So then you finish that, inhale, suspend your breath for a moment, and relax. And then this is a posture that our teacher, Yogi Bhajan, taught me. I used to have a lot of back problems. I'd had surgery on my back, and I was looking for a way to heal my back, and I used yoga and walking are ways that I heal my back now, and it helped me so much. And he told me, do this posture every day, and you'll never have to have another surgery on your back. So I'm not making a claim. I'm saying he told that to me. So if you're jumping on, I'm just showing you, welcome everyone. I'm showing you a posture to help release the stress in your back. And it's called the number 7. You make your body into a number 7. And you would grab onto your sink. The sink is like the perfect height. And you pull back and you kind of stretch your lower back and breathe long and deep. Am I a number 7? Or should I? I never see myself doing it. And you just pull back on the sink and stretch and relax. If you have something you can grab onto that's safe, that you can try this, go ahead and try it if you can. So you just breathe.
That means your partner is next to you, their desk chair.
Yeah.
You can grab onto your next door neighbor's chair.
Yeah.
On the back of that.
It's like the concept of being a healthy animal. If you have dogs, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because you see your dog get up and they do downward dog every day, right? They do a triangle pose. They push up and they push their butt up in the air and they stretch. This is sort of a precursor to that stretch. So you just try to bring movement into your life whenever you can. So this is just if you're just jumping on, welcome. We are so glad that you're here. We're just going through, like when you're brushing your teeth and you're getting ready for your day, you could just do a few simple stretches and have a better day because you've started moving.
Yeah. I was actually reading an article, and they said the World Health Organization said smoking is now that sitting is now the number 4 cause of chronic illness in our country because people sit so much. They're calling sitting the new smoking. So Dr. Japa is giving us some different ways to get movement into your day, and that means getting up in the morning, stretching first thing when you've been lying for 8 hours, and then we're going to go into some other things. So as you move through your day, and like she's saying, you can do this not just in the morning, but you can do it throughout your day. Like get it.
You could do it anytime during your day. And we'll show you some exercises you could do to help you if you're sitting at your desk to feel more connected to yourself and feel like you can stretch at your desk. You could always stand up for a moment and pull off of your desk and do some stretches, things like that. I'm going to show you a couple of movements that I would want you to do maybe before you went to work. They might be a little spastic if you started doing these at your office, but you can try them before you go to work because they'll open up that chronic tightness that comes from sitting too much. We get our thighs and our psoas muscle get very stressed by over-sitting. So this is it's a little bit challenging if you're new. I want you to just bear with me, but it's a little challenging, but it helps to release that sitting problem. So you go into what we call in yoga downward dog or triangle pose in Kundalini yoga, and then you switch right away into cobra pose. And you just go back and forth between these two postures. It's like a warm-up, yes, and you'll get some free pops in your back without having to go to the chiropractor. You'll adjust your own back. And you just do the best that you can, moving slowly back and forth between these two positions, and just let the breath flow. You can inhale and exhale as you come up and down, and you feel really good doing it. And then if you start to fatigue, you can come onto all fours and do cat-cow. So you do some cat-cow. You inhale and stretch your spine down, and exhale as you curl it up like a scared cat. So you're inhaling and then exhaling. So just do a few cat-cow stretches with me. And this is probably the number one way to help your lower back and spine and bring energy into all the vertebra and spinal nerves. It just feels really incredible. And it helps everyone. And then you can come into like a Guru, we call it Guru Pranam or baby pose. You can bring your arms out or stretch them back behind you and kind of relax a little bit. If that's uncomfortable, you can put pillows under your stomach and come forward a little bit. And just let your body relax in that position. Isn't that beautiful? Look at her beautiful baby pose. It's wonderful. It's very healing, and it floods your brain with cerebrospinal fluid and resets your pituitary gland for the day. And a lot of this movement is to give you a new perspective. So doing a few yoga postures every day can make a big difference in how you perceive your own sense of reality. You start to feel more connected with yourself and less of a victim. You know, if you're feeling whiny or grumpy about things in your life, start doing a little bit of yoga every day and see if you can create a shift so that you start to feel better and feel better about being yourself.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's really, instead of just jumping out of bed, which is a shock to a lot of us, and then like brushing, grabbing a cup of coffee, just waking up even
if you woke up 15 to 20 minutes earlier, you could do all of this and just give yourself this little present, you know. So after you brush your teeth, say, you do these warm-ups, and then you could do a few seated warm-ups, and you could wake up your spine and your hips and feel incredible. So we'll just do a few, like we'll do spinal flex, and my very, very favorite posture is Sufi grind. So you inhale as you come forward and exhale as you come back. Inhale as you come forward and exhale as you come back. So these are just simple, easy yoga warm-ups that you can try. So you can experiment with any of these that resonate with you, and then email us and let us know.
Top says, looking forward to weekly ladies yoga classes.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
I love doing this one in the morning, especially if I'm traveling and their beds are different and I'm feeling kind of crusty in the morning.
Yeah.
This is a great one, like for me, because I've had hip issues in the past too. It really.
What do they say? Release the kraken. Release the crustiness. Now go the opposite direction. Inhale forward and exhale back. Yeah, this is a great one. It's so easy. I remember reading in a really old manual back from the 1970s that this position, if you do this every day for 31 minutes, like maybe you could do it while you're watching a TV show or something, you get rid of all the wrinkles in your face, or you prevent more wrinkles from coming.
Someone was saying it's already helping her back feel better.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Someone was just saying their back is already feeling better from this. Awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
And somebody else saying, I know, I love weekly classes.
Yeah, it's so soothing.
Okay, duly noted. Weekly classes.
Weekly classes, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, inhale up and relax. And now we'll do what we call camel ride in Kundalini Yoga. This is spinal flex. So you sit cross-legged. If you have trouble sitting cross-legged, you can take pillows and put them underneath your knees. Just even all the way up here, I have people that are beginners that are really tight in their thighs, and just make it comfortable for yourself. Make it work. So pillows everywhere while you're doing it, and grab hold of your shins and pretend like you're riding a camel. You inhale as you come forward and exhale back, and you keep your head and neck level. So you inhale forward
I'm going to turn to the side.
and exhale back. Yeah. So you're curling your spine. And the most important thing is Dr. Arjan's wonderful because she's got a little seasonal allergies and you can really hear her breathe. I should bring my microphone so you can hear it.
Here.
The breath is the most important part. The breath is what...
Just so everybody can learn really well about long, deep breathing.
Yes, so that you could really feel the power of the breath. the breath synchronized with the movement is very relaxing for your nervous system. So it helps you.
Somebody's saying if you're not flexible enough to get on the floor, do you have some suggestions?
Yeah, absolutely. You can sit in a chair like this. You could just sit in a chair and do it just like this. The same, you get absolutely the same effect. With that, I hope that would work for you. So you can totally convert it into chair yoga.
And the cool thing I tell people about Kundalini yoga is that you don't have to be a pretzel to do it. Like you can really, like Dr. Japa is saying, like you could do a lot of these really sitting in a chair or in your bed. If if you're not comfortable, if you're chair bound, then you can still get a lot of the benefits because it's really the breath is so much a big part of.
Yeah. It's so much meant to be yoga for regular people. It doesn't have to be an hour and a half of yoga. You can do it for 5 to 10 minutes and it will make a big difference. So, all right, let's see. You've done a couple of warm-ups. Let's do a few more warm-ups and let's do some of these arm movements. Okay. These are always kind of open up the chest and the heart center and get the lymphatic system flowing. And that's always, there's so many lymph glands in your chest and across the breast area that if you get this area moving with arm movements, like what I'm doing, you do kind of an immune boosting session on yourself. So you're boosting your immune system by flushing the lymphatic system with movement.
Can I jump in with a chiropractic thing?
Yeah.
So, and the reason she's interested in opening this up too is because especially when those of us that were sitting at a desk like this, a lot of us are doing this kind of posture. We're driving.
We're hunched over. Yeah, it's terrible.
It compresses all these muscles, so it'll compress these blood vessels and nerves going down into our arms, so people are more prone to things like carpal tunnel, elbow issues, shoulder issues, and then it blocks all of this here. So we get a lot of even congestion. We'll start getting that because the lymph can't open up. So that's why we're especially interested in, like she's saying, opening all this up for everybody.
Yeah, and are there new people coming still? Okay. Oh yeah, the breath. The breath pattern is you inhale up and exhale down and inhale over your chest. Okay, inhale up and exhale back down. Inhale over the heart center and exhale back and out. Inhale up. I hope that's right. I'm not checking my manual. Okay. But this feels so good. And it's also the subtle anatomy component that your heart center is there are energy centers in your body, all through your entire body. And the heart center is very significant in terms of your mood and how you feel. So when you do this kind of a movement, you're lifting and clearing the energy around your heart chakra. And you're giving yourself a feeling of victory and compassion. So you're able to face the world with a open heart chakra and be kind to people. Everyone has those grumpy moments, but this kind of posture helps to sort of weigh the scale more in the favor of being less grumpy and more kind, welcoming and loving, which don't we all want to be like that?
We hope so.
Ideally.
Something I love about this exercise too is as I'm doing it, I'm noticing my energy is getting. There's a lot of energy being created.
Yeah.
Do you know about that too? You want to talk about that?
Sure.
Because I love that.
Well, there's a magnetic field around your body. It's like a beautiful layer of clothing. Some people might know it as the aura. We call it the electromagnetic field. It's a part of it's kind of the subtle aspect of your nervous system. So when you do a posture like this, you're clearing the kind of field that's around you that represents you. When the phone rings and you're just thinking about your friend Robin, and then the phone rings, oh, it's Robin on the phone. That's your electromagnetic field connecting with her field. It extends beyond just your physical body. It's like another set of clothing that you have on. So these kinds of postures, okay, go ahead and inhale if you're doing the exercise with us. And suspend the breath and relax. So these kinds of postures clear that field around you and help you feel connected with yourself and also more connected with other people because you have more clarity in your electromagnetic field.
And I love the word electromagnetic because it's like a magnet also. So I feel like when she's talking about the clarity that this creates, so we become clear about what we want in our lives. So it magnetizes, it brings what we want into our lives. And then as a magnet, when you turn it around, it repels those things we don't want. So it helps with that. Like I find that if I'm really like kind of stuck in a place and I do this, and then when I start doing these kinds of things, then more of the good keeps coming in, and then the things I don't care about so much kind of stays at bay.
Yes, these kinds of exercises help you bring in more of what you want to create rather than attracting things to yourself that you don't want because you want to teach yourself a scary lesson or something.
Yeah, right.
It's more like, oh, okay, I'm clear in what I am because I've cleared myself. I've cleared obstacles for myself. So let's see, should we do let's do a little bit of shoulder shrugs, and then and actually this is a good transition because if you're coming on now, welcome everyone. We're so glad that you're with us tonight. But we're moving into what would you do during the day while you're sitting at your desk. So we've shared a few exercises that you could do, in the morning before you go to work, but while you're sitting at your desk, here's one that you could do and kind of safely get away with it. If you're in a corporate environment, people aren't going to be like, that person is doing, pretzel yoga over there. This is yoga, and you're releasing and clearing that electromagnetic field. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And you're kind of gently massaging the muscles in the neck and the shoulders and reminding yourself of that sitting up straight, activating what we call the central channel in the body, the central chi. You're lifting your chi and your energy and your breathing. So say you want to kind of give yourself a little mini break while you're sitting at your desk and charge yourself up. This would be an easy and non-conspicuous way to do it. I think it's kind of non-conspicuous.
Yeah, I think
people would be okay with themselves massaging their necks with movement.
In the airplanes.
Yeah, even in airplanes, that's right.
This is a good airplane movement. That's true.
I'm going to butt in with one thing.
Sure.
When you inhale up, you're using your muscles, but when you are exhaling, just let them drop all the way down. Because I notice, in class, sometimes people really have a controlled movement, but you really want to drop it, right?
Yeah, you just let it relax. Okay. Yeah. And inhale up. And now the most important part, you reminded me, is to relax. Relax your body and just rest for a moment. Say you're sitting at your desk, put your hands on your keyboard and just close your eyes for a moment and breathe. And just connect with yourself. So one of the things that movement and yoga actually gives you is that it trains you over time to be able to quickly relax. So you do these small stressors on your body. Like this is actually a stressor. It's a small exercise that you're doing. And then when you're done exercising, you completely relax. And so you train your nervous system over time to be able to relax after periods of stress. And then stress does not get to you as badly as it might to the person next to you that may or may not be doing any yoga. So that's how yoga strengthens you and protects your nervous system, by training you to relax. So in between every one of these exercises, take a little pause and just be there and breathe and rest for a moment. Okay? And then I just want to show you, I'm not sure how much time we have left. Where are we with time? Okay. So this would be just kind of like a little ninja yoga that you could do at work that no one knows you're doing it, and you yourself are actually doing an ancient yogic practice called long, deep breathing. It's probably sort of like the most beginner way to relate to yoga, but one of the most profound practices if you incorporate it into your life. So I put a sticky note on my desk that says, every 30 minutes, remember to do long, deep breaths. So I remind myself so that I'm mostly breathing long and deep every day. So you can just be sitting there with your hands on your keyboard, your eyes are closed, and you start inhaling. Inhale with me together. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend the breath briefly. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. And continue at your own pace. You may be able to hold it out longer, but you want to make it the same on the inhale as on the exhale. And as you inhale, your stomach comes out gently in a relaxed way. And as you exhale, your stomach goes in. You want to make sure that your breath is going that way. That's the correct movement of the diaphragm and the abdomen. So breathing long and deep. And this is one of the most soothing things you can do for yourself during your workday. Bringing yourself back to remembering your breath. So we'll just do this together to close the class today. Doesn't it feel incredible?
Feels awesome.
It's awesome. So if you try or experiment with some of these postures, make sure that you make the main priority your breath. Always bring your attention back to your breath as you're doing these exercises. And then throughout your day, you'll notice your breath more so that you'll feel more calm and more connected to yourself. So,
I love that. Thank you so much. And before we end, if anyone has any questions for Dr. Japa, just type them in, and we'll spend a couple minutes answering questions if people have questions. I feel amazing right now. I feel like I could either go to bed in a really nice way or have another 5 hours to go. So
great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here. It was great to be with everyone and get to be on your show.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
And if you came on a little bit late, I'm just going to reintroduce myself. I'm Dr. Arjan Khalsa. I have a website with health tips for kind of healthy lifestyle. Someone
asking where you can buy your book. I'm in Australia.
Oh, it's at kundaliniresearchinstitute.org. So you can go to that website, and it's on that website.
And someone was just asking Dr. Japa, we showed her book. If you want to show again, she just has her first book publication came out in December. It's this beautiful book, and she just brought it to me as a gift right before my name's actually in the acknowledgement she just told me. But she actually is the one. I have to give her kudos. This is my best friend, and she kicked me in the butt to make my course. So those of you who are on from the course that we're in the middle of right now, she's the one who made me do it. And she said, why don't you just start with how to go gluten-free? She's like, just make it really easy. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And I ended up making a 5-week-long course instead that has a little bit of getting off gluten in there. But she's really the one who helped me get going. And so we've been working hard for the past couple of years, but really, really hard in the past 7 months getting all this going. And from all this, we started doing these Periscope videos. So she's been... yeah,
it's very exciting.
Helpful. And
Dr. Arjan is such an amazing Gemini friend that she's very creative and does all kinds of things, a very expansive person. So it's wonderful to see her sharing what she knows with people in this creative way.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, any other questions, anyone? I hope everybody had a great session. I hope most of you got to do this, and if you didn't because you weren't in a safe space, that you get to go home and do this even in the evening, even if you want to go home tonight, you're in U.S. and you want to go home and before you go to bed do some of these, you can do them
help
at
you
night,
relax
right?
Before you go to bed. Sure,
yeah.
You can do them anytime.
Yeah, it's really great, and it's a great way to set your day. So thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you.
Great having you. Of course, I'm just always so grateful when people take a few minutes to take time for themselves, because when we work on ourselves and are more calm and happy.
Awesome, thank you. I feel better.
Great. I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep and feel full of light and happiness.
Yeah, because we know when you feel better, you help spread all this out to the rest of the world. And everyone knows we do need a lot of happiness and joy in the world. So thank you for taking the time, and lots of love, and we'll see you soon.